What's up guys, I'm Vocal Strike and welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Yu-Gi-Oh! Legacy of the Duelist Link Evolution. Last time we have weeded out a traitor amongst the ranks. And this time, it is Yuya versus Crow in the Friendship Cup, in the many dimensions of Yuya. In the last round before the finals, Yuya and Crow dueled to see who would face the previous Friendship Cup champion. Hey Yuya, I'm sorry. I was convinced you and the other Lancers had teamed up with the Topsiders. My duel against Shay helped me see that the Commons and the Lancers are really fighting for the same cause. Whatever happens on the track today, I want you to know you can count on me as a friend. Crow, hear me out. Roget wants to take over New Domino City. Yeah, I don't entirely remember how they discovered this. I want to say Zuzu learned of it and warned them. But Roget, as you could probably guess, is working for the Fusion Dimension. He wants to take over the Synchro Dimension for himself, because power hungry. But when Fusion Dimension Yuri shows up, that kind of goes out the window. If that creep becomes ruler, the Commons will have even less freedom. There's still a chance to shut him down, but it's not going to be easy. I need your help. Anything to stick it to Roget. In the tournament, there was actually one other duelist that he essentially brainwashed and was basically away in jail for being very ruthless, like almost killing people in turbo duels, because he was playing dirty. He was actually actively trying to make people crash. So he was experimented on by Roget and turned into a weapon. He was even able to fuse with his dual runner, very similar to Team New World in 5Ds. And the cards he used were Earthbound Immortal type cards. He didn't use the proper Earthbound Immortal monsters, but he used like their support that was based on them. But I did forget his name. Zuzu was dueling him at the time, and Roget started losing control. He ends up going off the track and falling to his death. Different type. Once per turn, if you control 4 Performer File monsters with different types, you can special summon one Odd Eyes monster from your hand, deck, or graveyard. Oh! Yeah, sure, let's go ahead and Performer Pal Camelump, which has a Pendulum Scale 2, and Jianshen Magician, which is a Pendulum Scale of 8. So add 1 level 5 or becomes 4. Once per turn in your main phase, you can target one face-up monster you control. The monsters your opponent currently controls loses 800 defense points. Until the end of this turn, if they do, if the targeted monster attacks a defense position monster this turn, inflict piercing battle damage. If this card is destroyed by battle, you can make the monster that destroyed this card lose 800 attack points. As invoking this card, once per turn, you can target one other fatal monster you control. This card's attack becomes equal to that monster's current attack points until the end of this turn. Let's do Camelump. Blackwing bore the spear. And Blackwing Gladius the Midnight Sun. Blackwing Orochi the Squall. Blackwing Harmattan the Dust. Assault Blackwing Chidori the Rain Shower. Or the Rain Sprinkling, rather. Yeah, sure. I know that the bet is useless right now. Oh wait, did that gain more attack points? Treat as a tuner monster while facing on the field. This card gains 300 attack points for each Blackwing monster in your graveyard. When this card is destroyed and sent to the graveyard, you can target one Winged Beast type Synchro monster in your graveyard except Assault Blackwing Chidori the Rain Sprinkling and Special Summon it. Oh. So every time I destroy a Blackwing, that card's gonna get stronger. Yeah, I lost. Wait, nope, I still have a turn. Oh wait, no, not that one. That points. Yeah, I think I actually do have a bit of a play here. Switch you. And then we attack. Give her you. Okay, I think we have ourselves a comeback. No Thun the Starlight. And since I don't want to lose anymore. Wait, what? I lost? Okay, let's try that again. I must have forgotten a pet of North Dawn that I can't remember right now off the top of my head. Let's give her a skier skimmer. Now I got the pendulum scales set. Let's see. Performer Power Hippo. Womphone Bull. Whip Snake. Salute Tiger. Silver Claw. And how many do I choose? Add up to 2 Performer Power monsters from your deck to your hand whose total defense is less than or equal to the attack with the targeted monster, which is 1,300. Destroys an opponent's monster by battle sets to the graveyard. You can add one Performer Power Pendulum monster from your deck to your hand. Performer Power Salute Tiger once per turn. When you normal summon this card, you contribute to summon one level 7 or higher monster face up attack position during your main phase this turn in addition to your normal summon / set. You can only gain this effect once per turn. Wait, why couldn't I... Why couldn't I pendulum summon you? More cards than your opponent does. This card's pendulum scales becomes 4. That still doesn't explain... I still don't know why I couldn't pendulum summon him. There shouldn't have been anything to prevent me. Oh, when it's special summon, inflict 800 damage to your opponent. Wait, I can... Oh, I can Exceed Summon. Actually would be the right thing to do. Okay. We have turned the tides a little bit in our favor. Blackwing Gale the Whirlwind. Wait, what did that do? Once returned, you can target one face-up monster your controls. That target's attack and defense become half its current attack and defense. Ugh. Gee, what do I need to... 2 level 7 dragon monsters, and I don't even have Odd Eyes. Actually, no. I do more damage this way. Sure. Let's send... Skeeter Skimmer to the graveyard. Oh wait, no, we can send it to our hand instead. What? I thought that... If you have 2 cards in your pendulum zones, you can add it to your hand instead. There. Now I have Rebellion Xyz Dragon back at full power. Destroy you with Silver Claw. Oh wait, what did you do? If your opponent monster attacks a black wing monster you control, the attacking monster loses 300 attack points during the damage step only. And finish this. Yuya, you okay? Crow, what's going on? Just listen to me. Sword System guys were after Selena. It must have been Obelisk Force. And if Obelisk Force is here, then Duel Academy has started their invasion of this dimension. Duel Academy has infiltrated the Synchro dimension, but it's my right to rule this dimension. They could ruin everything, especially if they find Selena and Zuzu before I do. Chain Game. Yuri led Obelisk Force's invasion into the Synchro dimension, throwing New Domino City into turmoil. You Lancers came to this dimension to protect us from exactly this kind of situation, didn't you? At this point, Roget basically has full control over sector security, like brainwashing control, and they have this entire building in lockdown. So Declan and the council are now basically held at gunpoint, are held hostage. There's just one thing here. Declan is with them. And he basically mops the floor with all of sector security. The Lancers came to help defend against these enemies, to team up with our own duelists and work as a united force. Obelisk Force tracked down Selena. Selena! Ah! Come on guys, you can relax now. Sora, it's good to see you. Good to see him? You lost your mind? Didn't you forget he beat up Shay and tried to take me too? Chill, I'm here to help, not bring you back to the academy. We're on the same side now. Why would anyone willingly choose the losing side? He looks just like me. So many traitors in such a small space. The professor will not be happy. I finally found you, you snake. As usual, your timing is terrible, Pogo. Can't you see I'm occupied at the moment? So what? That's what you get for taking Ren. What the professor wants, the professor gets. He wanted Ren, just like he wants me to get Selena now. You've reached the end of the road, you punk. I think you meant to say the end of your road, silly. After all, your odds of winning are 0. Well, I like those odds. Wait, that doesn't make sense. But I'll beat you anyway. I cannot believe I have to duel this moron. Oh, you better believe it. This moron's ready to fight. Let's duel. As you can probably guess, yeah, Yugo is not the sharpest tool in the shed. But Yuri uses the Predaplant archetype, and he is a bit unhinged. And Yuri holds the final Dimension Dragon. His anime Dimension Dragon is Starving Venom Fusion Dragon, which is a dark attribute level 8 dragon type fusion effects monster with 2800 attack points and 2000 defense points. Requires 2 dark monsters on the field except tokens to fusion summon, so you cannot use tokens. If this card is fusion summoned, you can make this card gain attack points equal to 1 opponent's special summoned monster until the end of this turn. Once per turn, you can target 1 level 5 or higher monster your opponent controls until the end phase. This card's name becomes that monster's original name and replaces this effect with that monster's original effect. If this fusion summon card is destroyed, you can destroy all your opponent's special summon monsters. So, the only way that he's honestly going to be able to summon it is through fusion summoning. And when it is fusion summoned, it has quite the effects. It gains attack points equal to your opponent's special summon, one of your opponent's special summoned monsters. And if it is destroyed when it was fusion summoned, you can destroy all of your opponent's special summoned monsters. And you can even change this card's name and effect to any level 5 or higher monster your opponent controls until the end phase, effectively making it very versatile. His manga Dimension Dragon is an OCG exclusive card as of this recording, and it is currently October 22nd, 2021 as I am recording this. This card is OCG exclusive. It has never been released in a TCG, and it is Starving Venomy Dragon, which is a level 7 Dark Attribute Dragon type fusion pendulum effect monster with a pendulum scales of 1, and it has 2,500 attack points and 2,000 defense points. It requires 1 dark monster and 1 pendulum monster to fusion summon. Its pendulum effect is, each time a card or cards is sent from the field to the graveyard, place 1 Venomy counter on this card. For each sent card, all monsters on the field except Dark Dragon monsters loses 200 attack points for each Venomy counter on the field. Once per turn, you can reduce the battle damage you take from battle to 0. Its monster effect is, you can target 1 face-up monster your opponent controls until the end phase. This card's name becomes that monster's original name and replace this effect with that monster's original effect. Then that monster loses 500 attack and defense points. Its effects are negated. Also inflict 500 damage to your opponent. You can only use this effect of Starving Venomy Dragon once per turn. If this card in the monster zone is destroyed, you can place this card in your pendulum zone. So it's one of those cards that one of those few pendulum cards that can go from monster to pendulum. And it has the exact same effect as Starving Venom Fusion Dragon, where it can change its monster effect, its name to whatever face-up monster your opponent controls until the end phase. But unlike Starving Venom Fusion Dragon, it's not restricted to level 5 or higher monsters, and that target loses 500 attack and defense points until the end of the turn, effectively crippling it. But you can only use it once per turn. So Starving Venomy Dragon is honestly the better of the two. Let's see, what do we got? High Speed Roid Kendama, High Speed Roid Hagoita, High Speed Roid Chambara, and of course Clearwing Synchro Dragon. During every player's turn, you contribute this card, increase the levels of all monsters currently on the field by 1 until the end of this turn. If this card is in your graveyard and you control a Speed Roid Tuna monster, you can special summon this card. Also, you cannot special summon monsters for the rest of this turn, except wind monsters. You can only use this effect of High Speed Roid Hagoita once per turn. I mean, yeah, sure, I could attack, but... Or, could use its effect, but I didn't really see much point. Okay, what did you do? What do you do? Monsters with a predator counter that you use as fusion materials are treated as dark. during your main phase, you can fusion summon one dark fusion monster from your extra deck using this card on the field and monsters from your hand, field, and or monsters with a predator counter your opponent controls as fusion materials. You can only use this effect of Predator Plant, Clement Dosundu, Clemite Dosundu once per turn. Okay, yeah, he's fusion summoning. So what are you creating then? Predator Plant Chimera Phlagia. Once per turn, you can target one monster on the field with a level less than or equal to this card's. Banish it. When an attack is declared involving this card and an opponent's face-up monster, you can activate this effect. Until the end of this turn, your opponent's monster loses 1,000 attack points. And if it does, this card gains 1,000 attack points. Once per turn during your next standby phase after this card was sent to the graveyard, you can add one polymerization spell card or fusion spell card from your deck to your hand. Fusion recovery. I managed to bring out the Yugo's Dimension Dragon before he could bring out his own. Oh yeah, no. Oh wait, is this... Yep, Starving Venom Fusion Dragon. Just what I needed. Now to get rid of you. Let's give her a speed worried Ohaji kid. Okay. Oh. Right, my memory is shitty, so I keep forgetting, like, effects even though I just read them. Card inflicts battle damage to your opponent. You can target one face-up monster your opponent controls. Place one predator counter on it. And if it is level 2 or higher, it becomes level 1 as long as it has a predator counter. Once per turn, you can target one monster your opponent controls with a level less than or equal to this card. Take control of it until the end phase. And then I get a tuner monster. Let's bring out Speedward Red-Eyed Dice. From 1 to 6. No more predator counter. And sure, let's bring out Red-Eyed Dice. In defense mode, just in case. Let's see what we get. We get 2. Nope, there's no point because that effect is negated. And let's go ahead and banish you, since I don't really need you anymore. Then we go on the offensive. And... okay. Now, if I recall correctly in the anime, this was a DNF. With Yuya, Yugo, Yuri, and Yuto's spirit in the same place, they entered a trance. Reunite as one. Reunite as one. Reunite as one. Reunite as one. I'm resurrecting now. Yuya! Zuzu's voice broke their trance and Yuri and Yugo disappeared. Without Yuri's help, I'm not sure we'll be able to capture that girl anymore. Let's retreat for now. Yeah, let's end the Friendship Cup here. Friendship finale. In the Friendship Cup finals, Yuya faced off against the last tournament's winner, Jack Atlas. Meanwhile, Roget used the ongoing chaos to take over the government. Attention, people of New Domino City. The chaos you are witnessing is proof that the High Council has failed you. To ensure order, I have no choice but to assume full authority over this city and its government. He's lying. He's using the chaos so he can take over the city. But people, both common and topsiders, you can't let him. The city belongs to you. Yuya, you have to convince them to stop fighting each other. Dual-tane your way into their hearts. Yuya and Jack took center stage. Your attention, please. Jack, Atlas, and I are about to duke it out in the final bout of the Friendship Cup. Jack and I will put on a show guaranteed to rock every block of this metropolis. It's showtime, Jack. Oh, so you really think you can entertain my crowd? We'll see about that. Let's duel. Jack is still using the power deck, but his is more called the red archetype. And he does actually have a retrain of his Signer Dragon. So the Arc 5 Jack ace card. You know, Signer Dragon, you know, Arc 5 version of a Signer Dragon, Dual Dragon, whichever one you want to call it, is Scarlight Red Dragon Archfiend, which is a dark attribute, level 8 dragon type synchro effect monster with 3000 attack points and 2500 defense points. It requires one tuner and one or more non-tuner monsters to synchro summon. This card's name becomes Red Dragon Archfiend while it is on the field or in the graveyard. Once per turn, you can destroy as many special summon effect monsters on the field as possible with attack points less than or equal to this card's, other than this card, then inflict 500 damage to your opponent for each monster destroyed. So, it cannot destroy special summon normal monsters, but it can destroy special summon effect monsters, and the opponent takes 500 points for every single card destroyed. It's basically a very much watered down version of Chaos Emperor Dragon. Okay, we finally have Nirvana High Paladin. For what I understand, Nirvana High Paladin is generally the one pendulum card that people think of whenever they don't like pendulums. They think of like anything wrong with pendulums. Mainly because of the amount of text. And since this one basically garners some very special attention, let's go ahead and cover it, because why not? Nirvana High Paladin is a dark attribute, level 8 spellcaster synchro pendulum effect monster with a pendulum scales of 8. It has 3300 attack points and 2500 defense points. Requires a 1 tuner and 1 or more non-tuner synchro monsters to synchro summon. So already this card is going to be a little bit of a pain to bring out. For this card, its monster, its pendulum effect is if a pendulum monster you control attacks for that battle, it cannot be destroyed by battle. Also, you take no battle damage. At the end of the damage step, if a pendulum monster you control attacked, all monsters your opponent currently controls loses attack points equal to the attacking monster's attack points until the end of this turn. So if it's in the pendulum zones, it can cripple, as well as protect your own pendulum monsters. Its monster effect though is, for this card's Synchro Summon, you can treat one pendulum summoned pendulum monster you control as a tuner. So any pendulum summoned pendulum monster, be it from your hand or extra deck, can be treated as a tuner monster for the Synchro Summon of this card. If this card is Synchro Summoned using a pendulum summoned pendulum monster tuner, you can target one card in your graveyard and add it to your hand. When this card destroys an opponent's monster by battle, you can have your opponent's life points. If this card in the monster zone is destroyed by battle or card effect, you can place this card in your pendulum zone. Let's go ahead and set you. That's really all I can do. Then we'll activate your effect. Acrobatic Magician. Monster you control is destroyed by a card effect, except during the damage step. You can special summon this card from your Pendulum Zone. You can only use this effect of Acrobatic Magician once per turn. If the activation of a spell or trap card is negated, except during the damage step, you can special summon this card from your hand. When this card is destroyed by battle, you can place this card in your Pendulum Zone. Performer Pal Cheer Mold. You control gain 300 attack points. Ooh. Performer Pal Radish Horse. Performer Pal Gumgamutan. Performer Pal Odd Eye Synchron. Timebreaker Magician. Yep, and he's still using resonators. Really? I mean, okay. Let's place you in the Pendulum Zone for now. Unless you have a Magician or Odd Eyes. And it normally has a Pendulum scale of 1. I don't really have anything worthwhile to put in the other Pendulum Zones. Force Resonator. Let's see, so I can summon 2 and 3. Normally I'd bring you out. You must control no monsters to activate this card. Red Resonator. Red Wyvern. So now I can special summon levels 2 through 5. So I could bring you back out. What is... You're a level 8 and requires 1 tuner and 1 or more non-tuner. I may... I need to bring out a total of 3 monsters. And let's bring out you 2. And then I can tribute summon. And then we can use your effect to turn you into a level 1 tuner. And now we can bring out Enlightenment Paladin. I should not have placed you there. I did it again. Wait, what? During another player's turn, if a monster with higher attack points than the synchro monster card on the field, you can destroy the one face-up monster field that has the highest attack points, your choice of Tide. This effect can only be used once while this card is face-up on the field. Oh. Well then. Oh, is that Scarlight? No, Tyrant Red Dragon Archfiend. Which I think is an upgraded, one of the upgrades he gets in the manga of his hot Red Dragon Archfiend. Well, since it's there, let's go ahead and cover it then, I guess. Tyrant Red Dragon Archfiend is a dark attribute dragon type synchro effect monster with level 10 that's level 10 that has 3,500 attack points and 3,000 defense points. Requires 2 tuners and 1 or more non-tuner monsters. Must be synchro summoned and cannot be special summoned by other ways. You can only use each of these effects of Tyrant Red Dragon Archfiend once per turn. During your main phase 1, you can destroy all other cards on the field. Also for the rest of this turn, other monsters you control cannot attack. During either player's battle phase, when a spell or trap card is activated, you can negate the activation if you do destroy that card. And if you do that, this card gains 500 attack points. Yeah, the thing's a bit of That will work because... This is not a good position. Pendulum summon level 7s, but I can't. But it would also be foolish of me not to pendulum summon. I lost. I don't think I can squeeze my way out of this one. Wait, why put you in attack mode? Once in the field, the target is treated as a tuner this turn. You can banish this card from your graveyard and target one beam monster you control. That beam monster is treated as a tuner monster. you can only... Okay. Let's get rid of Smile World, because Smile World's useless. Time Gazer and Stargazer. Those two are the only ones I really want to Pendulum Summon right now. Duragato. During the Death Step quick effect, you can special summon this card from your hand, and if you do, gain 1,000 life points. You can only use this effect to Duragato once per turn. You contribute this card, then target one face-up monster you control. It gains 1,000 attack points until the end of the next turn. Again, I really should not have put you there. Oh well, we'll be fixing that, so... Okay, but before I do that, let me double check this. For this card's Synchro Summon, you can treat one summoned Pendulum monster you control as a tuner. So it has to be Pendulum Summoned. Now we have Nirvana High Paladin. And we're gonna put you down here. Graveyard and add it to your hand. Honestly, I think I'll just return Enlightenment Paladin to the extra deck. Once to my bow, you can have your opponent's life points. And Fred Garn. Double Resonator. And he's gonna Synchro Summon. Oh, there's Scarlight. Smile World again? Yeah, no, there's no reason to bring out Sheer Mole. And sure, let's go ahead and activate Smile World. Smile World is such a useless card, but it's a card that Yuya's father used all the time, so it's special to him. But it is really a useless card. All face-up monsters currently on the field gain 100 attack points for each monster currently on the field until the end of this turn. So 100 attack points is not even that big of a deal. And this not only applies to you, but it applies to your opponents as well. And it is entirely based on how many monsters are actually on the field. So at most, that is 1200 attack points. No one ever uses this thing. Red Wyvern. And this is a level 10, and I can't pendulum summon level 10 monsters. I wouldn't mind being able to summon more from the extra deck, but this isn't going to be a lot of damage, but oh well. I would be able to banish that monster for a time being. And I have a lot of life points to spare, so now I'm free to attack, especially since he can't activate Spiral Trap cards. Only a red Resonator. Perform a Pal Hand Standacoon. I would take 2,000 points of damage, but actually, do I really need to? I don't need to. I already won. The Friendship Cup concluded with a new champion, Yuya Sakaki. You duel great, Jack. I relinquish my crown to you, for now. But believe me, I'll regain it soon enough. Let me hear it, New Domino City. He earned it today. My fellow citizens, now that our Friendship Cup has reached its exhilarating conclusion, the Council has deemed this an ideal moment to announce some momentous news that will impact the whole city. We have come to realize that if New Domino City is to survive, everyone in our society must come together. And that goal seemed impossible, but today Jack and Yuya showed us that the city can be unified. New Domino will no longer be divided in two. Basically what they're not telling is that Declan basically defeated the entire sector security, freed the council, and helped them gain back power, while the Lancers hunt down Roget. So in the next episode, we take down Roget in a vicious cycle. Thanks so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell for notifications. I'll see you all in the next episode. Bye.